Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Health and Medical Research. Minister, the New South Wales Rural Health Plan 2014 to 2021 is due to be restruck. The last plan did not contain metrics around the delivery of health services in regional New South Wales. This results in less accountability for both health executives and also the New South Wales government. Minister, will you direct that the next New South Wales Rural Health Plan contain performance metrics in regards to the delivery of services developed in consultation with regional stakeholders? Thank you.
Minister for Health.
I'd like to start by thanking the member for Barwon for his question and for his genuine interest in trying to improve the health delivery across some of the most challenged and remote areas in New South Wales. And in fact, I'm also grateful for the fact that the last time I headed up there, which was during the Delta outbreak, he accompanied me to a number of the towns in his area. I think over that period I visited Dubbo, Burke, Wilcannia, Walgett, Broken Hill, amongst some others, and the honourable member was there and met with the local community, particularly the Aboriginal community, and it was a very insightful opportunity to see again the challenges that do face our remote and difficult and challenged areas across the regions, and they are difficult and challenged areas. And of course it was exacerbated by the COVID pandemic, but thank you for your interest. Look, the particular question obviously relates to the plan that was issued now some years ago, the New South Wales Rural Health Plan. And I just want to say that that report, as you correctly observe, is now this year expiring, and the Regional Health Minister, the Honourable Bronnie Taylor, and I have given instructions to New South Wales Health to work with the broader community across the regional areas to develop a new strategy. It's crucial, and of course a lot of what we sought to achieve back in the original plan has been actually achieved, but of course circumstances have changed, the population has changed. Telehealth, of course, was a vision when that report was created, but these days telehealth, fortuitously off the back of the pandemic, has seen more support from the federal government, particularly through doctors being able to claim their Medicare benefits through those aspects. And I think you're very aware of the issues around, for example, the stroke telehealth service, which is now making a huge difference across the regions. That was a $21.7 million program that we introduced now 2 years ago, and already I've met people in those areas through Dubbo, right through the far west area, who've actually have been saved effectively from permanent disability by that telestroke health service. So there are a lot of, and I emphasise, I have seen sometimes, it's trite, but sometimes people who want to diminish the value of telehealth have talked about it being a substitute. This is what the government wants to do, as a substitute for face-to-face medical care. No, it's not at all, ever, but it is certainly a good adjunct to face-to-face healthcare, and it works where you often find it very challenging to get medical practitioners. Can I say the only thing I differ with you on, the honourable member, is that I think you're asking about metrics, and first of all I support your premise that there should be metrics in the new plan, but I think that your assessment of the former plan in not having metrics is not entirely accurate. There are a whole host of issues that were mentioned in that plan, and I've had to go through that plan many times. And many of those issues that were highlighted, particularly in the appendices, and I'm happy to go through that with you if you come up to the office at some stage in the next couple of days. We'll go through them together if you like. But the various issues that are looked at, for example, what's the rate of diabetes in various regional areas across New South Wales and how has it changed? They're very important aspects that are actually in there. They didn't use the term metrics, but they are metrics. And there have been 2 evaluations already, I think in 2014, I think in 2018, of the actual plan and how it was developing. And certainly my view is that we should move to the next stage as we go through it with those metrics reflecting where we're at now. And we should be able to evaluate those. But it's such a complex area, regional health, because obviously the primary health networks, which are federal government, GPs effectively, I think there's 31 of those across Australia, they have an absolutely integral and significant role in...
Member for Barwon, which is granted for 2 minutes.
They have an integral and really important role in providing care not only through their practices but also often through the local MPSs, and you have quite a number of those in your very large geographical area of Barwon, and I know you visited quite a few and I thank you for that. But also they have a role in the local hospitals, obviously, as VMOs. It's been a real challenge, I think. I mean, I acknowledge that the Regional Health Inquiry, the Legislative Council, has highlighted some issues. I would have liked that to have been done in a more bipartisan political way. I think it's been a little too political, but I think it still does show that there are some very challenging issues in getting GPs and medical staff across the federal, state and local government, and of course through the Aboriginal Health Services, into those regional areas. And I think that's one of the things we need to look at as we develop the new plan going forward for the next 10 years. Can I say to you that I would look forward to your support and assistance, particularly in the remote areas, as we try and do the engagement with the community over the next few months, 6 months. And I say again that the Honourable Bronnie Taylor is also taking a lead role in this, and I'm grateful for that. I know in the past we've had the member for Port Macquarie do a lot of work on palliative care all across New South Wales, and that's a very important issue that was highlighted in the last plan. It remains a very significant issue, albeit that a lot of work's been done in that area. I did hear I think it was the member, the Deputy Premier, talking about Bathurst Hospital and some of the shortcomings, let's say, being polite, in the construction of that when Labor were in charge. I won't take your time up now, but I could actually read out more than 200 health facilities that are being developed in New South Wales under the Coalition, and 8,300 new staff just at the present time, of which 5,000 are nurses and 45% going to the regions. I agree that we need more staff, but it's a big challenge to get them into the regions.